The retirement of Manchester United's manager Alex Ferguson may be bad news for the club's soccer players, but could it also be bad news for the club's investors? Peter Nurse is here to tell us why Ferguson is so tied up with the club's success. Peter, the club was actually floated on the New York Stock Exchange last August. Why the New York Stock Exchange?
Well, initially the club was going to be floated in Singapore. They have a very big fan base in that part of the world, but the market conditions at the time, it wasn't going down very well. So they went and looked in New York. Obama had recently signed a Jobs Act, April 2012, I think it came into law, and that cut the costs for smaller companies to IPO. So there was a financial reason behind the New York Stock Exchange.
Okay, and also it is owned by an American largely, Malcolm Glazer, because he bought it back in 2005 for $1.47 billion, right?
That's correct, yes. And he was meant to have taken on quite a lot of debt with that purchase, something which caused a few rankles among the Man United supporters.
Okay, but how has the company done, basically, since then? When are the last results out?
The last results were for this quarter, and they've done very well. The stock itself was floated at $14 a share. It's now trading over $18 a share. The company made profits of over £3.5 million.
That's in dollars. That's about five and a half million. 5.6,
yeah. So it's done very well. The share price has appreciated substantially since its flotation.
Okay, it's very interesting because, of course, Ferguson has been at the top of this club, the manager of this club, for 25 years. So he really is intertwined with all its successes and losses.
He is. Over 25 years, in fact. I think it's 27 he's coming up to now. But before he arrived, the club had not won the league title in England, the major trophy, for over 25 years. The club, the largest club in England, had been in the doldrums. His arrival and subsequent success has been nothing short of very impressive.
Because essentially they've won 13 of these titles now. I mean, what is now known as English Premier League.
He has won him under his manager.
You think he was the one out on the field where
under his manager, they've won 13, 20 in all. They recently achieved just 2 weeks ago.
So off Ferguson goes. Who's going to replace him? I'm sure there's lots of speculation.
Well, it would be a really plum job, so there will be lots of people interested. The main person who's been linked is Jose Mourinho, the Real Madrid manager. He has said he wants to come back to the Premiership. And the other person who's also been talked about is the Everton manager, David Moyes.
Brilliant. Thank you, Peter.